Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, then hi, my name is Caitlin, welcome. And today I have mixed opinions. I have some thoughts, I have some feelings to share with you. So, the other day I was scrolling through Trend Mood as you do, and I came across the new Charlotte Tilbury, what are they actually called? Hypnotizing Pop Shots. And first impressions, I was like, wow, there's a blue and there's a green. Charlotte Tilbury have been listening to my prayers. They are releasing some colourful duochrome eyeshadows. There is nothing I love more. And then I saw the price. Oh my god. 30 doll hairs for one eyeshadow. What? What? Now, I know Charlotte Tilbury is like luxury, it's luxurious, it's like expensive, but in this day and age, in this economy, no, that hurt my soul. That hit me. That did hit me. You do not need to spend over $30 for a beautiful single eyeshadow. So, I'd made it my mission to go through my singles collection and try and dupe out every single shade in this Charlotte Tilbury collection. And I'm telling you now that every single eyeshadow that I will be showing you today is under £10. You do not need to spend £30 or what is it, £25? You don't need to spend it on a single eyeshadow. So I'm going to go through my collection. Well, I've already done it, but I'm going to show you the footage. I will go through shade by shade and I will show you all the amazing dupes that you can get for half the price, a third of the price of these ridiculous Charlotte Tilbury £30 eyeshadows. They are ridiculous. Do not spend £30 on a single eyeshadow. Please don't. Hopefully from this video you will see that there are many much cheaper options from independent businesses. Please don't do that. Please do not spend £30 on an eyeshadow. But just before we jump into it, if you have not already, please like and subscribe because it would mean the world to me. I love duping out massive brands, ridiculously priced makeup with independent business brands. So if that sounds good to you, stick around. Okay, so the first shade we'll be talking about is Emerald Eyes, and this is described as an iridescent jade green eyeshadow with a veil of sheer shimmer for a mesmerizing eye that hypnotize. Okay, first impressions with this shade. It's nice. It's nothing special. It's a green with gold shimmer in it. So I picked three. So the shades that I went for, one of them is very yellow toned, one of them is very neutral, and one of them is very cool toned. So I will put swatches on now. The first shade is Confetti from the Pastel Roses. That's the more yellowy toned. The middle one is Highland, which is the more neutral. And the third one is If You've Got It Haunted from MBA Cosmetics. All of these are super beautiful shades. As you can see, they're all green, but with a little bit of a difference to them. All of them have high shine and look absolutely beautiful on the eyes. They are what this shadow is for a third of the price. And I will be saying that a lot in this video because they just are. They're beautiful. These kind of greeny tone shade, this is obviously a lot more blue, but these two are very like more neutral yellow leaning. These shades are just gorgeous. You do not need to spend that much money. Please don't do that. Thank you. But I know that greens aren't everyone's things, so the next shade is Rose Gold, and this is described as a rose gold single shadow with a champagne peach shimmer. Right. So I've got three again. I've got 2 or 3 for every single shadow that we talk about. So the first one is a little bit different. This is a duochrome. This is How You Doing from MBA Cosmetics, and this is a pure duochrome. The Charlotte Tilbury one isn't a duochrome, it's just a pink with shimmer in it, but this is so beautiful. This flips. This is like gorgeous. Look at this. I'm really hoping you can see somewhat the gold to yellow flip of this. This is something that is just better. It's high shine, it's beautiful, it's duochrome. But if you don't like duochrome, I got you. This is from a Revolution palette. This is from the Revolution Chameleon palette, and it's the 3rd shade. This is what this one looks like. It is, again, high shine, so beautiful, so smooth. It has got like a little bit of chunkiness to it, but I think that's the appeal of the Charlotte Tilbury ones as well. Again, gorgeous. And then the 3rd one is Marshmallow from the Pastel Roses. Again, this is a flip shade, but again, high shine, beautiful, gorgeous, shimmery, love it. Next, we have the shade Sunlit Diamond, and this is described as a warm shimmering gold single eyeshadow for diamond-inspired disco eyes. So, if you're new to my channel, I'm not a big neutrals fan, so some of the more neutral shades were a little bit difficult for me, but we got there. We got there in the end. The first shade I'm showing you is Slice. This is unfortunately from a J-Star eyeshadow palette. I don't support J-Star anymore, but this is what it looks like. You can find this in your collection. Trust me. Trust me, you can find this. If you want it to have more like glittery, pigmenty, like sparkle flecks in it, use a topper shade. You don't need this. You do not need this. Next is Sweet Pumpkin from the Pastel Roses. I think this was a limited edition. But if anything, this is just proving to you that you can find things for a 1/3 of the price, even if it's not these exact dupes. If the Pastel Roses have shades like this still on their site, go and do a little bit of Googling. But this is what this one looks like. So beautiful, so shimmery, absolutely gorgeous. This has that sparkle in it. This has that slight greeniness almost in it. It is so beautiful and it's so different. And then this 3rd shade is Teddy Bear from the Pastel Roses. And this, again, just look at that. It is shimmery. It is just so smooth and beautiful. So these are the 3 picks that I found for that shade, the shade Sunlit Diamond. The next shade is my least favorite shade. If you're not new to my channel, you'll know I'm not really a big fan of pinks, but I found dupes for this anyway. This is the shade Lover's Diamond, and it is described as a soft berry eyeshadow with a warm copper shimmer. Okay, so the first one we have is Wicked Ways from MBA Cosmetics. This is what this one looks like. You can see how high shine it is. You can see how sparkly and beautiful and glittery this is. Look at it. How stunning, how beautiful, how incredible. The next one is Venus from the Pastel Roses. This again is very similar, but it is more warm tones. If you are looking for that more warm toned thing, then here you go. But again, stunning. And for a 1/3 of the price. And next is Bloody Mary from the Pastel Roses. This isn't as much of a duochrome, but it is like a pink with just super sparkly glitter in it. If you're looking for a pink Bloody Mary, 100%. Or as I said, if this is discontinued, there are so many products like this from the Pastel Roses and from MBA Cosmetics and from so many singles brands that again are a 1/3 of the price. So next we have Smoky Quartz. This is described as a magical mink eyeshadow with pearlescent silver shimmer. So this was actually a little bit harder for me to find a dupe for, but I do have 2. The first is Beetle from the Pastel Roses. This has my heart. So this is a bit different than described from Charlotte Tilbury. This has more of a purpliness to it, but still absolutely a beautiful, shimmery, iridescent-y, gold, blue, purple, everything that you could ever want is in it. Super shimmery, super sparkly, beautiful. But if you are looking for the more gunmetal, silvery tones, then I give you Stranger from the Pastel Roses. This is definitely less of a special shade, but again, put a topper over it. Something like Colourpop Ritz. Let's just, for the fun of it, pop this over it. Boom. Instantly. More shimmery, more glittery, more special. Just play around with your collection, guys. You do not need £30 single eyeshadows. Okay, next is obviously my favorite. This is the blue to purple duochrome. This is described as a multi-chrome blue, purple, and turquoise, and it is called Cosmic Rocks. I went through my collection. I surprisingly don't have as many of these shades as I thought I would, but you know what? That's not a bad thing because you only need one. So I came up with Skyfall from the Pastel. I mean, just look at this in the pan. If this is not the embodiment of that shade, I don't know what is. So Skyfall from the Pastel Roses. Look at that. You can see the purple, you can see the blue, you can see the green. It is super shimmery, super special, and like a third of the price. Look at that. Oh, beautiful. If you're not into the more like purpliness, I do have Squad Ghouls from MBA Cosmetics. This is much more of a blue to green. It doesn't really have that much of purpleness to it, so yeah, if you just wanted a more blue to green, then there you go. There are your options. And then finally, this is the shade Diamond Eyes. This was actually the hardest one to dupe, which was surprising. So the things that I came up with, they are different. So these are the ones that I came up with. They are, I don't know how to describe them. They have a little pinkness to it. They're not entirely neutral. They do have like a pinky shift. So the top one is Sunlight from the Pastel Roses, and the bottom one is Dreamcatcher. However, something that I thought of, I have just like a normal shimmery champagne. We all have a shade like this in our collections. If you say you don't, you're a liar. You have a shade like this in your collection. I've just swatched it there. A normal champagne, nothing special. But then you put Ritz over the top of it, and it becomes like a super shimmery, sparkly, glittery shade that is exactly the same as this £30 eyeshadow. There you go. There you go. I've duped them all. So that is the end of this video, guys. I know some of these may not have been exact dupes, but the more point of this video was you don't need to spend that much money on single eyeshadows. I think £30 or $30, whatever, is absolutely ridiculous. It's insane. Obviously, if you want them, get them. Of course, it's your money, but especially times like this, if you live in the UK, the cost of living crisis is hitting hard for a lot of people, and £30, you just don't need it. You really don't need it. There are some incredible single shadows websites that you can get beautiful singles for a third of the price of those Charlotte Tilbury ones. I will link them in the description, my favourite singles websites for you. Yeah, hopefully this video just proved that there are other things. Independent businesses really need your custom right now. Charlotte Tilbury, let's face it, does not. If you can buy from independent brands, another win, you know? So yeah, my hands are disgusting now, as you can see, grimy, but in the most beautiful way, because it's eyeshadow. So yeah, that is it from me today, guys. If you did enjoy this video, please like and subscribe. If you want some more duping videos, definitely let me know. Yeah, I'm all for that. Have an incredible day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!